Welcome back to Clay Target Shootout. Today we're looking back at the most exciting moments over an entire season of sporting clays. Right now, let's go back to the Minnesota Horse and Hunt Club in Prior Lake, Minnesota. It was one of the first shooting clubs in the United States to offer sporting clays.
What I'll always remember about Minnesota Horse and Hunt is the shooting out over the marsh, which is a really unique and beautiful backdrop. They have 5 courses there, ranging from beginner to tournament level. And the shooters that we had there, I think, were some of the very best that we had all season.
So remember, as you watch these top 3 shooters from Minnesota, we also saw many other shooters while we were there, so please vote at mynsca.com for your favorite shooter. Our first winner from the Minnesota Horse and Hunt Club was Steve Corrin. He was shooting for the TLC Foundation.
Terry Carell is a friend of mine. His son was killed, so the charity that I picked was the foundation that they founded.
Steve is 49 from Shorewood, Minnesota.
How'd that look?
He's the owner of a computer sales business. Steve has been hunting for 43 years. That means he started when he was 6 years old, and he hunts it all: big game, upland, waterfowl, and he loves fishing. You could call him the consummate outdoorsman. He also enjoys spending time with his wife and his 15-year-old son and 9-year-old daughter.
Go!
Steve has been shooting sporting clays for 15 years, and while he's serious about breaking targets, what he enjoys most is the camaraderie.
How do you feel beating a senior?
Pretty good.
Our second top gun from Minnesota was Greg Wolf, and he was shooting for the National Red Cross.
I know they help people all over the world, and especially in disaster relief, and that seems to be a lot of that going on lately.
A 23-year-old from Jordan, Minnesota. Greg is a new car sales manager in his family's business.
Oh.
Greg was one of the top shooters to appear on the show. A 3-time national champion in FITAS and the 2004 World FITAS champion. Greg has been shooting sporting clays since he was 14 years old. He's also an avid hunter. His specialties: waterfowl, birds, and deer.
Oh.
Our third winner from the Minnesota Horse and Hunt Club was Jim Knoll. He was shooting for the Mount Olivet Lutheran Church Cathedral of the Pines camp.
I went through the camp, my kids have gone through the camp, and my grandkids are going to be going through it. I think it's a great place for kids to get good development today.
Age 65 from Bloomington, Minnesota. Jim is a retired project manager for 3M. Jim started shooting when his grandfather took him hunting at age 14. Now he's very experienced, a 3-time member of the NSCA USA FITAS team.
Oh, oh, Jim.
He's been shooting trap for 28 years, sporting clays for 13 years, and when he's not breaking clays, you'll find Jim restoring collectible and old cars. I sure enjoyed watching those great shooters from the Minnesota Horse and Hunt Club. But what struck me most about them is they all started shooting as kids with their dad in the field. It just shows you that with hunting, you can translate those skills into sporting clays. Hey, let's go have some fun breaking clays right now.
Now's the putt. Here's the drive.
See that?
Yeah.
was rolling.
All right, here's a reminder. Don't forget to go to mynsca.com and vote in our Viewer's Choice contest. Today is your last chance. And when we come back, we're going to take you to the hill country of South Texas.